Hello, thank you so much for joining us today on Music Marvels with Achickwitbeatz and Breezy Gipson. We're very, very, very happy to have you with us and excited to share this great show we've got coming up.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a blessing. The year has gone by. So many folks have been able to share their info with us, and we've been sharing music news info with you. So it's a win-win in all directions.
Yes, indeed. So we have Finesse 1111 coming up with a very special interview, and of course the music news, hot beats, and I mean, what more could you ask for, right? Let's get to it.
Let's do it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're really, really blessed on this evening right here. This is appointed day and appointed time. And so, our guest is a super special young man. And, we've known him for quite a while. He's been busting the trail and making some great things happen. So he's got a great group of business people with him as well also. So without any further ado, we're going to bring to our show right now the one and only Finesse. How you doing there, sir?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Yeah, we're doing well. We're doing well, really well. We go way back, man. We go way back. Okay, so
way back.
Yeah, way back. So why don't you go right ahead and just take a few moments to tell our listeners just who you are, where you came from, and then what where you're looking to go, with your venture going right now.
Well, first of all, I'm Finesse 1111. And the 1111 actually comes from my birthday. I was born November 11th. So that's where the 1111 comes from. I'm from Decatur, Georgia, East Side, County Road. Basically, I'm an artist, actor. I'm just all-around entertainer. I like to put out more positive music, though. We'll say that. Music with a message, but you still vibe to it. You just gotta hear the music I'm making. You're gonna love it. But I'm just a normal man. I'm just a normal, talented guy. I'm not a gangster. I'm not a killer. I don't portray to be none of those type of things. I'm just me. I come to find out, ain't nobody be me like me. Nobody can be me like me. So I might as well be me.
Okay. Well, that's pretty good. Now, you that was a mouthful right there. But one adjective that you named right there that just caught me off guard was that when you threw in there that you say that your part of you is an actor. Okay, so Now share with our listeners a little bit about what that's all about.
Well, I've been acting for a while. I've been starring myself in my own movies and videos, things like that. Okay. Well, that's just another endeavor that I do want to dive into. I don't want to just I don't want to just put myself in a box. That's why I don't consider myself a rapper. I consider myself an artist. I'm an artist. I'm not a rapper. I'm an artist. So that's why I wanted to throw that out there, like right now, while people even are getting to understand me as an artist, because I don't want to be placed in a box. It's an artist. I can do some everything.
Multi-talented Achickwitbeatz, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. And I love what you said about okay, well, I'm not just a rapper. You got these different things that you kind of want to dip into and dive into. And I think of it as, so even when you write music, sometimes things can be straight from the heart or things that you've experienced, but there's this storytelling aspect of it that makes the music so engrossing. So it's interesting to hear you mention that you have a passion for acting as well.
Yeah. Because like she said, the music is so many ways that you can create a picture that you can paint on this canvas of an instrumental beat. So many ways you can come at it. So that's why I love all music. I love all genres of music, because music is very creative. So that's how I look at it. I don't look at it and see music notes. I look at it and I can see a move, from a record. So that's why I say I know I can act too. Yeah.
Well, I've got to give you accolades, because all of those the songs that you have released going back, over the years and whatever, your screen presence. See, it's evolving. See, so back in the day, you had a very strong screen presence, but see, now as the months have gone by, that is metamorphosing into something really, really strong. And so, now you're looking more comfortable on screen, But then this thing I'm talking about where you're really looking stronger. So, now when your video appearance or your in-person appearance comes, hey, you've traveled a lot of video miles. See, you've traveled a lot of video miles. So the person that we see today is not a person that just came out the box 2-3 months ago. You've got, just like on a car where it's got that odometer and it keeps track of the miles. See, you've got some video miles. But see, a lot of people don't have video miles like you do.
Yeah, man, it comes from being persistent. Anything you want out of life, you're gonna do it. And the crazy thing is with me, like I don't even like try to like chase it or do it, like just do it. It's like it's attracted to me. So it's like I don't have a choice but to do what I love to do because it's fun. It's fun to me. It's not work. So I love doing it. So the consistency and being persistent is the key of anything. If you keep knocking at something, eventually you're gonna break the door down. If it's meant for you. And this is something that I know I've been called to do. So I just kept banging at it until where we're at now with the single that I'm pushing now, My Level, featuring Carl Thomas.
That's epic.
I got to drag this back. Okay, you used a couple of trigger words right then that brought me into the deep entrepreneurial business world. And those words that you said were about a minute ago, consistent and persistent. See, now everybody just doesn't throw those words around. They're not meant to be thrown around. And so we know in the business world, of which music definitely is part of, if you're consistent and persistent for a long period of time, share with our listeners what's the result to that.
Oh man, success.
There you go.
Success. If you're from doing something and visualizing it for so long and you're pushing at it, you're gonna eventually manifest it. It's gonna come into fruition. And I'm a strong believer in that if you work hard at something and you stay down with it and you really believe in yourself, you can make anything happen.
That's powerful.
It is. Okay, now on the video side, you've got a knack for finding specific locations. Okay, and so now I can look back at some of those videos and I say to myself, how did he find that spot right there?
I missed the pull up on it. We ride down the street and I'm like, oh yo, right there. We get the shot and we get it and we get going. So yeah, that's me. I'm always and I'm always like looking like everything I can. Like I say, I'm an artist, so everything I see looks like a canvas. So we're doing that, being a director of my own videos and stuff like that. Like a lot of locations that I might bump into from maybe driving, going different places or whatever. I peep out a location. I'm like, yo, that look like it look dope on camera, and yeah, that's how I do it. I just jump out, I just jump out. Okay. Because in the past there was one of your songs called Stress Free, and the background that you had in that, it was blowing me away because I'm like, how did he find that particular spot? Actually, the director of that video, he showed me that location. He wasn't even from here in Atlanta, but he showed me that location, and I just put it together where it was. It actually was the old penitentiary, the old federal penitentiary over like off in Moreland, by Moreland.
Really?
Like, Yeah, we was like in the sales and everything.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
He knew about that location. And yeah, that location is super dope. Yeah, that location is super dope. Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
that's one of my favorites. Yeah.
Okay, a chick.
Well, one thing, I gotta say, it's great to have you back on the show, because for those who may not know, we've actually had the pleasure of having him on Music Marvels our first go round. And so if we could, I kind of want to rewind it a little bit for the new people that have joined us to know a little bit more about Finesse 1111, like when you got started with music, what got you into it to begin with, and how long your fascination with it has been taking place.
Well, I started doing music as a child, like little kid. Like I always like had rhythm. I always could I don't know, I always could catch a beat or catch the lyrics to a song very easily when I was a kid, and I could always catch the beat. Like that was always in me. And so I really started taking it serious when I got a little older, like going to the studio and stuff like that, recording and making videos and stuff like that. But just now recently, I would say 2020, during all this pandemic and all that, that's when I really took everything seriously, from the business standpoint, and critiquing everything from the image, the brand, just everything. From years of learning and years of making mistakes, and those mistakes were actually lessons. So from years of that, it got me to where I know a lot about the business side of the music industry now. Paperwork, and all that good stuff.
Paperwork. Very important. Now share to our listeners just how important paperwork is.
Oh, it's very essential. It's because I'm sure if you're really in the industry, you probably heard this saying, it's 90% business, 10% talent. And that's true, because you don't want to make it big and you're not getting paid. For one, the percentages are like this. I'm just gonna break it down real quick. I'm not gonna go into a long drawn out lecture or nothing about it. But first of all, a record is 200%. It's not 100%. A record is 200% when you have an artist and you have a composition on it. So the artist is the writer. That's the person that wrote it, or the people that's writing it. Whether they did the hook, they did a verse. Say you got 3 people on this record. Those 3 people are gonna have to split that 100% of the writer's credit from royalties. The other whole 100% is gonna go to the composition, which is the producer, the person that made the beat. So it's 200% in the record. So you need to know that. But you're not gonna get 200% of that record if you don't buy the exclusive rights to your beats, your tracks. You see what I'm saying? So that's one thing I learned. Try your best to get the exclusives, so that way you don't have any problems or stipulations with the producer once the record takes off and make $10 million. And now you got a problem with the producer. But when you got paperwork and you got contracts, then you don't have to worry about that. So that's one thing I want everybody to know that's independent and that's in the industry, and you're really serious about your talent, you're really serious about your craft. Make sure you get that first thing squared away. After that, make sure you get your records mixed and mastered from a professional studio, because whether you don't feel that you're in a competition with anybody, you are. Because I don't feel like I'm in a competition with nobody but myself. But at the same time, I understand it's still a business. So you have to present great product if you're gonna compete with these competitors. You see what I'm saying? So that's part 2. Make sure you're getting good recordings, good production, good mixings, good masters. Making sure that you're getting your records and stuff copywritten. You're sending it through, a publishing company, somebody, BMI, ASCAP, CSAC. Look that up if you don't know about who BMI, CSAC, ASCAP, or who those people are. Make sure you look that up. make sure after you do all that, you're running it through SoundScan, media base. So therefore, when the billboards catch your record, they can catch all your spins. And make sure you also run it through SoundScan so they can catch anything else that's missing. But there's just a few things. I ain't gonna give y'all no class, and y'all owe me now. Y'all owe me now, y'all. That's all the consulting I'm doing.
Well, you're very well spoken when it comes to that, and okay, share with the peeps about that incident that happened maybe a good 10, 12 years ago when I was in a local city, the city of Douglasville. I was going shopping for some reason or whatever, and I go stop off at a mall, and I'm walking down the mall. I've seen all of these stores, and in the middle aisle of the mall, there's a display, and I see a young man who was very personable that was manning that display. And so I say, wow, well, this is kind of cool. And I say, well, what's going on right here with this? And so this young man just gave me heart-to-heart talk about what was going on in the music industry, what was going on in his life, and what he was expecting to set off as he lived his life and in the future. And so it made a lot of sense. And so we pulled out the camera, did a short video, and put it out there. The video, just people were latching on to the video and what the young man was saying. And now we fast forward 10, 11, 12 years later, and we have you, and the man that I see today is true to form of the young man that I spoke to that day, because that young man was you. And hey, you've crossed a lot of bridges since that conversation, right? So share with our listeners what those bridges were like, and the product that we see today, the conversation we're hearing right now, is a divinely educational and impactful conversation that we're hearing. So share with our listeners some of the facets that experiences that you've had.
Oh man.
Since that conversation.
I've had a lot of experiences since then. Almost too many to name. I'd say I elevated a lot since then. I mean, even then, when you met me there, that was one of the kiosks that me and a business partner owned. So we were doing our entrepreneur thing, back then. Like, we always was on doing legit entrepreneur business, as young black males and young black females, because she was actually a female that was my business partner. Shout out to Kendra Lowe. Shout out my girl. That's my homie. But so since then I've always kept that entrepreneur spirit and that drive, that want to own my own thing, want to be my own boss. So I mean, I went through a lot of ups and downs. Faith got stronger. That happens. That happens when you go through a few. But yeah, just evolution, man. Just evolving.
You know what? The vocabulary, a chick with beats. his vocabulary is really on point. Yes. Because from the folks that we're around and that we hear or see here and there, whatever, their vocabulary is not on match. And see, a person's vocabulary really describes a lot about themselves. A chick with beats. Wouldn't you agree?
Agreed. And I feel like a lot of people, especially in any type of business with music industry as well, by understanding how much you know, that lets them know whether or not to try you, for lack of a better phrase. So if they think that they can take advantage of you, they definitely will. But, with the knowledge that you show and portray, like they know that you're not the one, and so that's really awesome.
Yes, sir. Yes,
that's
ma'am.
True. Yeah, that's
yes,
very
ma'am.
true. And I was always taught if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
Oh,
I live by that. If you keep your boots tied, you won't have to tie them. I was taught by that. So
okay.
my thing is, that's what I want all my independent artists to know. Like I want y'all to rewind this and go back and try to remember those things that I told y'all about paperwork with your records. Because if you stay ready, you won't have to get ready. So now when you own these records and you got all your paperwork together and everything is squared away, you got all your I's dotted, your T's crossed, then now labels and record execs and people like that, they're coming after you once you create that buzz with that record. And you're gonna have to invest, and this is another thing I want my independent artists to know. You're going to have to invest. It's nowhere around it. No fairy godmother is gonna drop down and be like, yo, I'm gonna give you $2 million and you're a famous rapper now. No, it doesn't work like that. You're gonna have to work. You're gonna have to invest. You're gonna have to miss some sleep. You're gonna probably have to miss some meals, not because you don't got the money, because you probably ripping and running so much you didn't even stop and got you something to eat yet. So it's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that comes into this, comes with this, to even get there. And another thing I was also taught too, it's even harder when you're at the top to stay there. So this is definitely not for the weak heart, for the faint at heart. So you're gonna lose friends. Some people not gonna support you until they see you popping. It's a lot of mental. I would say a lot of mental. What's the word I'm looking for? More? Yeah, mental duress. But at the same time, it's training you up for what you're going into. Because this industry, you're gonna be around the masses now. So you're gonna have to be able to, move around and not let everything that comes at you, that's thrown at you, you can't let anything knock you down, because stuff is being thrown at you. And now you're on a bigger level, you're on a higher level now, where it's the masses. So there's gonna be way more people doing those type of things now. So you have to be, you have to be able to have tough skin in this industry. You can't show your emotions, because now you have a brand to protect. So, it's a lot of things that come with this that we aren't told about. You have to find this out on yourself. You have to find this out yourself. We're not told these things because a lot of this stuff is unsaid stuff. You have to just figure it out, or you have to maneuver in it. But I love it, because if it's anything that you want for real, you're gonna plant those seeds. You're gonna get out there, you're gonna water them, because you want the harvest. And I want the harvest of what I'm planting. So
okay.
That's deep.
That's deep. Now, one thing I'd like to add that really warms my heart, that I see from time to time on various social media channels, is the family support. Okay, now I'm not even in the picture, but family support that I see coming from mom, coming from family, coming from others that are in your close circle, man, that's some.
Yeah, they're dope, yo. They dope. I want to shout all them out. All y'all. I ain't gonna say all y'all names, a bunch of y'all. So y'all know who y'all is. But man, it's dope, man. Having my people looking like, yo, his dream is finally come true, or feeling like eventually, I'll be able to take care of people. Not necessarily take care of people. My whole objective is to give people jobs. Give people a way to make better money, easier money, less stressful work for my family. I'm gonna spoil them and take care of them. But yeah, it just feels good to have that type of support, man. The people love you, rocking with your music, and it's just motivation to keep going. You know, keep dropping those bangers, keep pushing, and just keep going. You know.
Now, see, you used the right word, so we're gonna transition to the now. Okay, there's some the fruition of some of your latest work. Okay, has come to fruition in the form of a song that you've written. Okay, so I'm gonna let you. I would like you to share with our listeners what the song is, where did it come from, what was on your brain as the time was going by, as you were creating it, and now you pop up and you've got people in Africa, you've got people in various other continents that are connecting with you, and so on and so forth. So take it away.
Man, it's amazing. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, they're playing it all in Kwanzaa and Sunyani and Lagos in Nigeria. Like, it's just crazy. But yeah, well, the concept of the record was
first of all, what's the title of the record?
The name of the record is My Level by Finesse. My Level by Finesse, featuring Carl Thomas, legendary superstar R&B soul singer Carl Thomas. He's amazing. Guy has hits for days. They still play now, you know. But yeah, me and him got together and we intertwined our two talents together and created a banging, energetic, motivational, just heart-driven type of record, man. That just gives you that push. It feels like Red Bull. It gives you wings. I had to tag y'all Red Bull. Hey, Red Bull, I'm gonna need a contract for that. You had to get. But yeah, no, it's real dope, man. So actually, I reached out to Carl Thomas in the DM, and it was just amazing that he reached back to me, and we were chopping it up or whatever. You know, I was just being very transparent with him about my life and letting him know I was actually a true fan, because me and my partners, we used to always bump Carl back in the day. He got a super dope record with 8 Ball that we used to love. But yeah, so I was being real transparent with him, and he felt the young G, and the rest was history from there. You know, and we cut the record. I sent it to him after I got it mastered, and he hit me back. He said, "Yo, I love the record. I'm about to put it on my radio station today." I was like, "Whoa!" Like, he finished the paperwork. Yeah, he was excited. He was excited. That's the big bro, man. It's dope. So yeah, he's doing this thing with the record, and the record took off. It ended up on a lot of different playlists. Getting major spins in the UK, Thailand, Bangkok, all over the world, Russia, Africa, Israel. It's like it's playing everywhere. Like the record actually went global, and I was like just thinking about Atlanta. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was just thinking about Atlanta. Yeah, I was like, okay, ready to get ready on the radio in Atlanta. But man, shoot, man, these folks, they done created a whole dang on gang in Africa called the Finesse Gang. They like, my level. That's like, my level. I'm like, what the freak? They hit me on WhatsApp. They call me on WhatsApp, and they always have a bunch of people that want to see me or whatever. And yeah, man, it's just dope. It's dope.
So
wow. Achickwitbeatz, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think that's incredible. I think that's amazing. And, you know, I salute you. More power to you. Keep doing what you do. And as we're looking, the clock is kind of winding down a little bit. But before we close this down, I want to make sure that everybody listening knows where to find you, where to find your music, where to follow you on social media, and just so that way they can keep up with what you got coming up next.
Dope. Okay, well, on Facebook, you can follow me. My name is Finesse. So that's 2 Finesses. Just Finesse. That's my Facebook. My Twitter is I said Facebook. Look, my Twitter is Finesse 1111 underscore. So that's my Twitter, Finesse 1111 underscore. And that's 4 ones. And my Instagram is Finesse underscore 1111. So pretty much if you type in Finesse and 4 ones together, you gonna find me.
Okay.
Finesse 1111. And if it is, then we need to have a talk, buddy. But yeah, and also the record, I'm actually pushing 2 singles right now. But the single that I'm focused on right now at this very moment is the record with me and Carl Thomas. It's called My Level. You can find that record on any streaming service: Apple Music, iTunes, Amazon, Tidal, Deezer, iHeartRadio. You know all the stuff. Yeah, you can find that anywhere. So yeah, pretty much it.
Okay, and then real quick, because of the time, you encircled yourself with a crew of shrewd, smart, young folks, and so just real quick, share a little bit about them and just what's going on, and how folks need to reach them.
Yeah, for sure. It's Swish Entertainment. My CEO Mark Selvey, that's my big bro. He's doing major stuff too. Positive, good, great music, just powerful music, life-changing, storytelling, message, giving type of music. So yeah, y'all be on the lookout for Swish NT. Y'all be on the lookout for I Am Music. Y'all be on the lookout for Finesse 1111. Yeah,
okay. Well, look, sir. This has really been royal, and this has been fun, and it's been positive, upbeat, and Achickwitbeatz, I'll let you put your thoughts and so forth in there as we get ready to close out.
I mean, yeah, I just echo the same sentiments from earlier, and we really, really appreciate you for coming back on the show, and we can't wait to do it again sometime.
Yep.
Yes, anytime.
Man, what a great time. I really, really enjoyed having him on the show again. I mean, his knowledge and wisdom that he shared with us was just very impactful.
It was, and you can't beat it when you're in the midst of folks who, they're on the same vocabulary level or the same vibe. That's it. They're on the same vibe,
Yes. And he definitely was. We're excited about all that he's doing. And so, just like we mentioned, make sure you check him out everywhere that he is. So that way you can keep up with what he's got going on.
That's right.
All right. Now for music news, one of the big things that's going on, it's on the table right now that $15 billion in funding can go to venues, including movies and places where live shows are done. So that would be great if this actually comes through. So we're waiting to see what happens with that.
Mm-hmm. And that's a billion with a B,
right?
Which is that's monumental.
Yes. So if you've been noticing, the Save Our Stages Act has been going around. There's been news stories about venues closing all over the place, due to the pandemic. So it's really nice to believe that some relief for those venues can be on the way. So that way they're there when we're ready to return. All right, some big news. ASCAP and BMI teamed up for a new publishing data platform called Songview. And so Songview will have in one place all the information, like anybody who needs to secure music licensing, sample clearance, and all that stuff will be in one spot, and it'll be available on both ASCAP and BMI's websites for free to the public. So you'll be able to know what a song's code is, the splits between the writers. I mean, just all that information will be in one spot. So how cool is that?
That's really cool.
And it's really, really a fascinating thing.
That's really cool. We got to follow up on that, like white on rice.
Yes, yes, indeed. So keep your ears open because we'll share more information as it's available. All right, we're going to get back to some more beats by yours truly, and we'll be back with more music news right after this.
Oh, yeah.
And we're back again. Also in music news, Electronic Arts has this patent for in-game music to be generated based on player listening history. So this software is supposed to be kind of paying attention to what these gamers are listening to and then being able to replay music that's similar to what they normally listen to while they're in the game.
I mean, this artificial intelligence and all of these other technical upgrades and improvements. I mean, we're in the fast lane.
Yes.
We've been in the fast lane, but we're really in the fast lane right now.
Yes, absolutely. And, shout out to Jamiroquai for the Virtual Insanity jam from back in the day. It kind of seems like a lot of that stuff is coming true nowadays.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Big shout out to Jamiroquai.
All right. Next up in news, TikTok signed another deal with Warner Music Group, which increases the fees to the record label. So, the industry is going to be getting some more of that money that TikTok's been able to rake in with its popularity. But, so that might not necessarily be in favor of TikTok. But then added on top of that, their rival Triller is planning on going public next year in the first quarter. So we'll see what happens with that.
Isn't it something? Everybody's got a rival. Everybody's got a rival.
Indeed. That's so true. So, if you're an investor or looking to invest, that's something that you might want to keep an eye on for when they launch their IPO next year, which is actually pretty soon since this is the last Saturday of 2020. Can you believe it?
Man, where did the year go? Where did it go?
Right. Also, Tencent have a 10% stake in Universal Music Group, and they recently just purchased another 10%. So now their total stake in Universal Music Group is 20%.
Progress is something else, isn't it?
It really is. So it'll be interesting to see what plays out with that.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to get back to some more music before we get ready to close out for the night. is that time. We thank you so much for rocking with us. And, next time we check in with you, it'll be 2021. How about that?
That's a revelation. It really is because what can you do this is for the peeps out there. What can you do so that to make this coming year better than this year? And there's a lot of room for that considering everything that took place this year. But keep it on the up and up. Stay on the positive and make some great things happen for yourself.
Yes, very well put. So, all right, make sure that you're back in the same place, same time. Tune in, tell a friend, and we'll see you then. Peace.
Peace.